think it's Elizabethville or Elizabethtown, Ohio, rather than South Beach. And Sam's like really sympathetic to that, and he makes a Hugh Hefner joke, and I'm just like, I love you.
Something I found out in my research on this episode is that Jensen used to date a Playboy model.
That makes sense. I mean, have you seen Jensen?
So I think, I think that's why they
have you seen Jensen's
really
actual wife? Like, that makes sense.
Yeah, we were joking about it earlier. Ella told me this, and I was like, yeah, well, he was a model. Like, at least he was not punching above his weight, like some people, you know?
Yeah, like, she's gorgeous, but, like, you know, I think we can all agree.
That's
he
fair.
also looks
Like, it
that.
was just models dating. They do that, you know?
Yeah, and they meet each other.
They meet each other. What are pretty people to do?
It actually makes me so mad how beautiful, like, both their wives are. Like, it's not fair. Like, people, like, you know, you gotta spread those pretty genes out a little bit more.
Yeah, like,
It's
come
not
on.
being selfish. Jeez, like, it's just not right. Stop being selfish.
I feel like I can't contribute to this conversation because I'm just so beautiful.
Love that.
Confidence is key.
Confidence is key, so true.
Bobby's out of patience for them being all distracting and joking, and he's like, just go and check this out, and like, but he does make them promise to call if they run into anything, and they do call for once. Bobby says call me, and they do call. I do think that they're a bit late on the calling, but they do call when
They
things
did
start
it.
to go wrong.
They called. I'm so happy for them. I'm proud.
Character development.
I mean, and Bobby learned his lesson from last week, because last week they called and he just like stayed at home and like tried to help them from there. This week he was like, no, okay, they called and I'm just gonna go.
This week they could pay Jim Beaver.
Yeah. Sam and Dean are playing insurance agents. 2 months ago, the town started to change, and Andy, the guy from the church, and the man from the hobby shop, Tony Perkins, both like dramatically changed their lifestyles and kind of became jerks. And then for some reason, I decided it was important to note that their motel room had a mirrored ceiling.
Well, the shots do focus on it a lot. Like,
They really do focus on it a lot. Like, I was like, is this going to be like a plot point or something? And it just wasn't.
no. I think it's just supposed to give you the idea, like, of like, this is a cheap motel, you know, it's a certain kind of place, right? It's supposed to give you that idea.
As opposed to the very fancy places that they
usually frequent, like the very classy places that are the Winchester standard.
Oh, man, I would find a mirrored ceiling like so distracting.
Yeah.
Again, is it because of how beautiful you are? Is that the thing?
Yeah, it's a
just can't
curse.
sleep.
But also, I'd be looking at it and thinking, I can be able to see all the demons coming for me.
It would be useful if they literally counted any demons in their like motel. Like the motel room is like the least important location in this whole town.
It's just
there
sort
way
of
too
there.
much.
Yeah, agreed. Thank you. Say that.
Yeah, looking at mirrors in the dark is creepy enough as it is.
Oh yeah, that's the other
we
thing.
should.
It's not like what if you're laying in
see
bed
the
and you look
whites
up
of your
and
own
you
eyes. In
No,
the
you see like anything else. Like,
Yeah, stop punishing me for my insomnia.
Imagine if they were staying here during the Bloody Mary episode.
Oh gosh. It's like, do we like pin blankets to the ceiling, or do we just paint over it, or break it?
How are you with scary things? Like either of you? Are you like a scary
I
movie
don't like
person?
them.
I'm delicate.
Yeah,
How
same.
about you, Ella? You're also delicate? I don't know. I don't seek them out as much as I think I should.
Yeah, like watching season 1 was very scary.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. So I think I should seek out more scary stuff.
I'm better now, I think. But like even when I started watching Buffy, I was like, ew.
I'm scared
like
I
so
don't find,
camp.
as a general, I don't find Supernatural too bad. I think I did when I first started. Like I think like I remember like season 1, like the pilot and like Wendigo. Like I remember the first few being kind of scary, and they were more scary than I think a lot of episodes for FR.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
They definitely are scarier than especially like later season stuff.
Yeah,
Although
we've
you guys
not really
are not
had a
talking about
scary.
that, but
Yeah.
Every once in a while, there's a scary one, but
no, not really. We have had ones that are like psychologically scary over on our podcast.
Yeah.
Like sort of a fridge horror situation, but nothing comes to mind as like immediately
Nothing
terrifying.
Super, yeah. Just like
Yeah.
it'd be like one tiny scene, but not like the whole monster concept of the episode being a really scary thing.
I ran into a guy named Richie who knows Dean by his full name. Like I was like, who is this man? He's just like yelling at Dean Winchester. I was like, who is do it? And then we found out he hasn't met Sam before because Dean and Reggie worked the case together while Sam was at Stanford.
Yeah, this is a succubus case, apparently, that it was, which was funny to me because I was like, first of all, I'm so glad that they never actually had succubi on the show. And then second of all, that opens up a whole subset of questions like what does that mean for how demons work? Are they also demons? What's the deal?
They definitely didn't think about it. Every time they mention a case that like happened in like Dean or John's past, I'm like, I want to know more about that, but like we're not going to know more about it, so I just have to accept that.
They're like, well,
we're just going to do this
for wanting this in the first place.
Like one time, Sam mentioned like some sort of like cult thing that he and Dean like worked on back in like I was like, I want to know about that. I want to know.
Right. Like, where's the cult episodes? Come on now.
I feel like Richie is a bit of a proto-Lee, like this kind of just no-name kind of off-brand person of like, oh yeah, you know, we knew each other back in the day.
Yeah, I was like, Rich seems kind of fine. Like, he's giving me like, I don't know, like smoother Garth vibes, and I was like, why don't we see this guy again? And then we found out why.
It's like, that's
right.
Yeah.
He's expendable.
I enjoy him. I enjoyed him. He didn't seem too bad.
So there's one more guy in town who's really notably turned into like a real bastard, and he's this guy named Trotter, and he like owns half the town and whatever. Like, this is a thing that's like never followed up on. Like, we barely even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just like it's trying to like do like a bit of world building of like how would a whole town change, and it's like you know, someone who's in charge of a few businesses and stuff would have an influence.
Oligarch.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a red herring, but kind of also how the plot mechanics work out. So, you know, not really much to it.
They go to this guy like owns half the town, and he owns like a bar, and like they get there, and Dean's like really confused because he's like, Sam said this was a boarded up factory town, and this looks like Bourbon Street. Like, there's just people and booze everywhere.
Yeah.
The father from the church is there having a drink. He's having a free drink courtesy of the bartender that Dean and Richie are somewhat competing over.
It was pretty funny. I was like, what is he doing there? And then the show, because obviously everybody goes, what is he doing there? The show goes, the show has him say, like, you go where your flock is. And I was like, that is the lamest excuse I've ever heard for you.
Yep, this should have been a red flag, and I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, also, the guy playing Trotter was on a few episodes of The X-Files, and he played Scully's father.
Oh, fun.
I think if it's the person I'm thinking about, sorry.
He's been on lots of stuff.
I bet he has.
Twin Peaks.
Kind of...
Yeah, yeah. He has a pretty important role in Twin Peaks, so that's what I knew him from.
And Stargate.
Just all the franchises.
And everything. Look at him go. Sci-fi fantasy.
He's good. You have a career. Oops, he's dead.
Oh no. Oops, he's dead.
I mean, this was filmed like 15 years ago.
He died in 2008, so.
Oh, that's too bad.
Here's to him. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well, do this in your honor, I guess, Dawn S. Davis.
When did this episode come out?
Late 2007.
Oh, there you have it. Oh, shame. Okay, this is getting me down.
Yeah, okay, let's move on.
I'm laughing, but that is sad. I just
very sad.
The way you delivered that, Meredith, has really got me. Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that wasn't normal.
Sam spots a guy with a gun, like, a little bit too late to prevent a murder, but he's not, like, possessed. He's just out for revenge because he's kind of sleeping with his wife.
Wow.
Well,
I'd ask you not to shoot people if your wife is cheating on you, but, you know.
Like, it does seem
but
like...
still not the choice action we want you to take, especially not in a public place. Like, so many people could have got hurt.
Yeah, like, I get it if you're hurt, but you should talk to your wife first, maybe.
Yeah.
Like...
Also, like, I hope the wife is, like, okay. Like, I hope that she's not also
that's
dead.
A good
like,
point. It's terrifying.
You don't know that she's not dead either. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
I hope she's not dead, but also don't cheat on your husband.
yeah,
Right, like, these are basic things. Here are the rules. Don't cheat.
I think we can all agree.
We can all agree.
Don't
It's pretty
cheat,
bad
but, like,
to cheat.
if you do cheat, like, you still don't deserve to get murdered. Like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Basic morality over here
we
on
fixed it.
Supernatural Opinions.
Yeah,
We did it.
now
Good job,
everyone will know.
guys.
Dean like jumps on this guy with a gun, and then like the cops are like there, but like clearly they haven't got a fax or whatever from the FBI because like he's like super nice to Sam and Dean, and he's like, "You guys like did a great job, you're heroes. Like let's get a photograph for the paper."
That's around then that
Right,
they're like,
thanks.
okay, we're gonna go. You don't want Victor to know you've been through.
It's weird that we're being acknowledged for saving someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they didn't really save anyone because, like, the guy who was the intended target of the murder is murdered. Like, they just.
I think he was
Yeah.
going to shoot himself. Yeah.
He was gonna shoot
guess they
himself, so
saved that
yes,
guy,
he did
yeah.
from himself.
The episode is weird because, like, the real villain is mental illness.
Yeah.
That could be Supernatural's tagline
Yeah.
if you want.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
Mental illness.
And there are monsters.
And there are monsters also.
Reggie left the bar with the bartender Casey, and she lives in this scary underground. Like, we find out later there's a house, but like for the first like 3 shots that we see of this place, it's like just completely underground.
It looks
Yeah.
like a crypt of some kind. Yeah, the basement is just really creepy and old looking.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
very
fun.
Buffy. It's
Yeah,
very...
we didn't
It
see
is very
her
Buffy.
then like arrive at the property. Like we just see like the inside of this place, and like going downstairs, and yeah, it does look like a crypt. It's really scary, but like also she's a demon and she kills Reggie.
Oh no.
Yeah, I never
But I
really
really want
figured
to own a crypt.
it would be fun. I think it's a sexy move. Like if you own a crypt, that you're sorted. You don't need anything else. in
Yeah,
life.
you can.
But yeah, I didn't really get why she killed Reggie. Was it just like he's a demon, or she's a demon, so she kills people? Like what was the
Does
point?
she know he's a hunter?
I think she did realize that he was a hunter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay, fair point. Never mind. I retract my objection.
I think it was just like you're a hunter and I'm a demon, so I'm gonna kill you.
You're an inconvenience.
This is hot girl shit. That's what they were talking about when they said that.
Rest in peace, Richie. I feel like the fandom's never talking about Richie.
No,
You know,
But
he's
is it
the
not
one
Reggie?
Richie, Dean,
it's
freezing.
Reggie.
Oh man,
Is
poor
it
Richie.
Richie? My bad.
Yeah, it's Richie. Poor man. Can't get his name
Poor
right.
guy. Well, he wasn't there for very long. It's not my fault.
Yeah, he's only there for a second. He's very clearly supposed to be from like New Jersey. Like he's really
He's fun. I like him.
I thought of Jess, like our co-hostie is from that region of the US, and yeah, he's a real like Sopranos, like bootleg Sopranos character.
Sam is very mildly concerned because Dean like has a burger in front of him and he's not eating it, and it's weird because this is somehow like the most chill that Sam has been about worrying about Dean in a few episodes, and like I'm glad for Sam.
Yeah.
But the reason that Sam gets to be chill this week is because Dean is the warrior and he's worried about Richie.
Oh, shame.
And Dean calls him a sweet moron, and
Oh,
So
He's just
accurate.
out here making friends. Like,
that really did make me think of Garth. Like,
yeah. Like the way that he is just like accidentally becomes friends with people throughout the show. I thought I was like, oh, this is convenient. As I was watching the show, but then like they have things like this, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's just actually his character. Points to you, Supernatural.
on our pod, we always give Dean shit for like not having any friends, but
Yeah, well.
he can make friends.
yeah,
He
He
just
just
can't
doesn't
keep
have
them.
any.
Yeah, he just can't keep him. He's just like me, for real. Being kidding rumors.
well, I mean,
You good?
knowing Dean
Is
was
he?
just a really shortens your lifespan, like dramatically, as Reggie has found out. Bobby is out like test shooting the Colt, and it seems like Bobby's having a hard time like hitting the target. I don't know if it's like the gun isn't working or what.
It's pretty cool. It seems like he has a very like thin file, and it seems like he keeps adjusting the sights. Like he keeps filing it so it's closer to correct, and I really enjoyed that. I like seeing him work in his little projects.
Yeah, Ruby just like appears to him and she's like, it definitely won't kill a demon. And Bobby's like, I would like to confirm that for myself. So he shoots her in the chest. And Ruby's like, okay, it doesn't work yet, but I'm here definitely to help you make it work. And I'm like, that'll really be helpful. Thanks.
Thank you. That's not how he says it. It's how he should say it. But you know,
I would like to have
helpful.
seen how she makes it work. Like, I want to know details about the magic of the Colt, and they do not clarify, I don't think.
No, because then they'd have to clarify the magic of the Colt. They would have to know that, and they definitely did not.
They were like, shh, don't worry about it.
Sam breaks the cardinal rule of sneaking around and spying on people by having his phone ringer on and turn up to like 1,000.
It's so loud. I was like so concerned, but it works out okay for him.
Yeah, I mean, it really does. Sam's like, I'll meet you at the bar in 20 minutes, and he hangs up on his brother, and then Dean's at the bar, and a sex worker offers him half off.
Good deal.
It's a good deal.
Dean's like, nah, I'm good. good, and he, like, is flirting with the bartender, and she's super into it, and Dean's like, I'm gonna leave with her without waiting for Sam. And I think that Dean knows what's going on. Like, Dean's not just, like, being an idiot, like, but, like, also, like,
I forgot that, and I was a bit like, what is he doing? But yeah.
Me too, I also forgot that, but, like, now I'm like, okay, like, now, okay, like, you know what you're doing, that's good. Like, you couldn't have stalled somehow, like,
apparently not.
You couldn't have been like, give me 20 minutes exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, you couldn't have, like, gone to the bathroom or something, like,
for 20 minutes, came back, and like, whew, I feel better now. Let's go.
Yeah, say you want to go for a smoke or something, I don't know.
Go back to the bathroom. Man, I hope that wasn't contagious.
Oh boy.
What do we think about the way I just remembered that when they meet the bartender, Dean says that you could fit that ass on a nickel. Any thoughts of that, team?
I have some thoughts, and my thoughts are, isn't it annoying